Hey guys, Abner Miranda here. Recently I transitioned from a Glock 17 after many years of carrying 17s over to the Glock 19. I realized that after attending training specifically at Handgun Combatives and at Vortex CQC, the guys who were really rocking the drills very efficiently were carrying 19s or something comparable from another manufacturer. So even though I've got huge hands, I finally just kind of surrendered to the suck and went down the drain, went down the rabbit hole of the Glock 19. And I'm glad I did, because the Glock 19, I want to say it's 30 years old at this point. The Glock 19 design is just genius. It's just like, it's like the perfect carry pistol. It has enough rounds in it, 15+1, to keep you in the fight for an extended period of time, and it will take all standard Glock 17 mags, so I can stick a 21 rounder into the Glock and not really feel unbalanced or anything, and have a fair amount of ammunition on. But of course, like all Glocks, they require a little bit of help. The triggers are stiff, they've got that speed bump. The sights are nice. In fact, the Legacy polymer sights are really nice, but the second that you have to rack your pistol off something even remotely stout, bye-bye to your sights. So after having attended Dave Spaulding's Handgun Combatives Advanced Combative Pistol, I do believe is what it was, I remember noticing that the guys that were running his sights really had their stuff squared away, and of course, you know, Dave has his stuff squared away, so I asked him if he would send me a set of sights for a review, which he did, and I gotta say, I like them. The first thing you notice when you get these sights is that the front post is really big. I think the first thing I did when I got it installed was I took a flashlight and I blasted it with some light in a darkened room, kept my eyes closed, blasted it, shut the light off, opened my eyes. And what's really neat is, not only is there a tritium insert in the front of the blade there, the entire area around that tritium insert also collects light and allows it, emits that light. And what's cool about this is, and I haven't found it in any of the paperwork for the sight, it actually has the same decay as the human eye. It decays at the same rate as the human eye adjusts to darkness. So the point is, if you draw your pistol and you get involved in something out here in daylight, and for whatever reason, okay, whatever the reason is, you have to give chase into a darkened space. Because this has been exposed to daylight, the moment it comes up and out and it's exposed to daylight, it starts collecting light. Once you go into darkness with it, the front sight blade begins to decay as you move into the darkness, and as your eyes are adjusting up to the darkness and that front blade is decaying down to the darkness, you're still able to pick it up as you move. Once again, don't know if they intended it to work that way, but guys, it works really well, because I went from the outside to the inside of my home and just kind of walked around in the darkness and was still able to track that front sight blade. And then once you get into total darkness for an extended period of time, the tritium insert continues to glow and you can cleanly see it in the rear. And of course the rear is totally blacked out, no inserts, and it's serrated for anti-glare. These are great sights for getting precise shots up close, but then if you want to get a more refined picture downrange, there's enough light between the front sight blade and the rear sight aperture to give you a little bit of windage and elevation correction to remind you that at certain distances, of course, you're going to have to hold a little bit low to be able to hit. In fact, let me try this stuff over here. There you go. That's the smallest of the lollipops hanging over there. So like I said, this is about 20 yards, and I was able to hit that target, and it looks like it was actually a dead center hit, which is kind of cool to be able to do that on the fly. If you've got a set of sights that works well up close, at moderate distance, in light and darkness, you probably want to go in that direction. And once again, let me remind you that gunfighting is conducted in this space right here, okay? I am no longer a cop, right? So I don't give chase anymore like I used to. I basically am living my life, and if something happens, it's on, and off we go. Fights in, fights out, done. And the Spaulding sights really suit my needs in that respect. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.